Hello, everybody.
Hello, how is that? Oh, no, man.
That was terrible. We can do much better now. I'm going to try that again. Hello, everybody. Much better. Lovely. Okay, so hi, guys. My name's Holly. I am one of the sea lion trainers here at the park, but I am well aware none of you are interested in me in the slightest. You're all here to see the very handsome boy sitting next to me. So I'm going to introduce him to you. This is Callum, and Callum is 10 years old. He's also very, very friendly. So if you pick up your hands, give him a big wave to say hello. He should wave right back at you. Lovely. So we're here today basically to tell you a little bit more information about Callum. Hopefully what I'm going to do is answer a couple of questions for you that I get asked here every single day as a sea lion keeper. And the first one of those is actually, why do we train our sea lions? It's very, very easy when you're sitting in a show to assume that we train our sea lions so that they can do our shows. However, we do have much, much more important reasons for training, isn't that right, Callum? Yes. So hopefully we're going to teach you a couple of those today. Now, one of the most important reasons for training, and my personal favourite, is basically to keep Callum's brain nice and active. We want his brain working hard because he's very, very intelligent. So we don't want him to get bored, because a bored animal is normally an unhappy animal. So what we do, we keep him occupied with training and playing lots and lots of games. Now we're going to try and play a game of catch now. And you guys are going to help us all out by counting along with these lovely golden rings. So put your hands up for me if you can count to 5. Lovely, okay. Oh, we've got lots and lots of kids in the audience that can count to 5. Well done, kids, fantastic. There are about 3 grown-ups in the entire audience today that can count to 5, a bit concerning. So we're going to try this again. This time all the grown-ups are going to join in too. Put your hand up if you can count to 5. There we go, fantastic, much better. Alright, so I'm going to throw these rings towards Callum. He is going to try his best to catch my terrible throwing. And you guys are going to keep him motivated by counting along. So are we ready, everybody, with the first one? It's ring number 1. Lovely, very nice. Okay, but I think you guys can probably be a bit louder than that, alright? So twice as noisy on number 2. Are you ready with ring number? Number! And lastly! I told you I was terrible. Yeah, there we go. Right, that's why he's the star of the show, everybody, and I'm just a sidekick. Absolutely terrible. Right, so as you can probably see, I am not always the best person to play games with. I'm a little bit rubbish. So we do like to treat Callum from time to time, let him play lots of different games with lots of different people as well. And that is where someone very special in the audience comes in. So I am looking for Tamia. I'm really sorry if I've said that wrong. Can I see you anywhere? Can you stand up? Give me a big wave, Tamia. Is he right at the top? Fantastic. Do you want to come down for me? Head to the side of the stage. And my lovely friend Ben is going to meet you. Now, it's quite nerve-wracking coming up on stage in front of lots of people, everyone. So can we please make feel very, very nice and welcome? Yeah, give him a big round of applause. Fantastic. All right, so make your way all the way round, right round to the gate for me. It's a very long walk, everybody. Luckily for you guys, though, I've not prepared any jokes because they would definitely fall flat. Not very funny, am I? You think I'm funny? Yeah, well, he's very kind. Right, unfortunately for Tamia, she is going to have to hold on to Ben's hand as she comes onto the stage. So just wait for me, sweetheart. Just grab onto Ben's hand for me. Just don't want you to slip into the water. Not until Callum's ready to push you in anyway, hey? Say hello, how are you? Hello, fantastic. Okay, so, have you ever met a sea lion before? Yeah, you have, fantastic. You're going to be great at this. We're going to start off with a nice big hello. So if you wave at Callum, Callum should wave right back at you. Very nice indeed. And is this just a special treat for you, or is it a birthday? Oh, no, birthday, lovely. Okay, do you never reckon you've ever had this many people say happy birthday to you before? Probably not, no. Okay, so we're going to try it. We won't make you sing because that's a little bit embarrassing, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we're going to ask you to shout a nice big happy birthday as loud as you can for me. On 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3. That pretty cool? Yeah? Lovely. Right, what we're going to do then is we're going to play a bit of a game with Callum. So I'm going to hand you one of my golden rings. What I'd like you to do is hold it nice and high above your head for me. And how do you feel about jumping into the water? You look a little bit nervous. You wishing you weren't here now. I'm just kidding. I am kidding. What I want you to do basically is we're going to play a game where you throw the ring anywhere you like into the pool. Callum's going to go and get it and bring it back. So it's basically a game of fetch, okay? You have to give it a nice big throw anywhere you like for me. Fantastic throw. Lovely. Right, so Callum's going to go and get that. He's going to bring it back. So if you come and stand with me just against this wall here. Perfect. He's going to bring it back. Try his best to splash your shoes. And everyone's going to give him a big round of applause. Make some noise. Lovely. Right, now Callum did a pretty good job, didn't he? Yeah, so we always reward him with lots of juicy fish when he does a good job. But to be honest, I think your throw was pretty good as well. I was impressed with that. Can we have a big round of applause for a fantastic throw? Right, so, you're right there, falling over. So, we're going to reward you in the same way. So open up your mouth nice and wide, you can have your fish. No, I'm just kidding. I tell you what, do you want to take that from me? Give it a throw up to Callum and he'll have it instead. Perfect. All right, now, your hands are probably going to be a bit fishy now. Do you want to give them a smell for me? They smell like fish? Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's going to linger. Okay, I tell you what, though. I'll teach you how I clean my hands. So put your hands together like this. Rub them really fast. Get all the fishy juice flowing and down your nice clean clothes. Yeah! Cheeky. Right, okay, I tell you what, I don't mind. I already smell, so it's fair enough. Okay, I tell you what, you didn't want my fish to say thank you. Do you know how sea lions say thank you instead? Yeah, how do sea lions say thank you? Oh, they clap. Well, to be fair, Callum has been very impressed with you, and I'm definitely sure he will give you a big round of applause. Should we have a big round of applause, everybody? Yeah, there you go. But Callum's actually even nicer than that. He's a gentleman, and he actually loves to give kisses on the hand, just like that. So if you're happy to have a go at that, would you like to? Lovely, all right. So I'm going to give him a little bit of a breast mint, make sure he's nice and fishy for you. So it's just a gentle fist up to his nose for me. You can get nice and close. Fantastic. And everyone goes, oh, because yeah, that's pretty adorable. Give her a round of applause for me, guys. Fantastic. Right, now, have you enjoyed meeting Callum? Yeah, you've been an absolute superstar. So what I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to act like a superstar just before you leave us. You are going to face all of your adoring fans you've now got out there in the audience. Give them a big bow, and you guys are going to go crazy for her. So do a big bow for me. Very nice. Give a big round of applause for her. Lovely. Well done. Ben's going to take you back on stage, all right? Because you definitely didn't want to go in that water, which is completely fair. Callum does go to the toilet in there. Okay, so we've shown off, obviously. Callum's very good at working with different people. Now, this obviously is very nice. They're lovely people. They get to meet Callum. However, it's more important for us as trainers on a more important level. And that is basically, we want Callum to be nice and calm with lots of different people. Because the first and the most important reason we train him is actually so we can get health checks with him. We want to make sure he's fit and healthy. Sometimes that involves our vets. So for example, this position is called a lie-out, and it doesn't look very impressive, but it is probably one of the most important things that Callum knows. It basically means I can get a full look over his entire body for any lumps, bumps, cuts or scratches, and it also means I am up near the sharp bits, and if a vet needed to come in, they could get to his back, flippers and his hips. Now that is where Callum would receive an injection, and where we would draw a blood sample from him if we needed to. And luckily for us, Callum actually does both of those things completely voluntarily. So that is quite impressive, because as cute and cuddly as Callum looks, he is a large carnivore, and normally you would have to restrain or sedate one to do those kinds of things. So, I think we should give Callum a big round of applause for his health check. He's looking gorgeous today. Lovely, okay. So we talked a little bit about training. I'm going to talk about a question now that sounds very, very simple. It's very fundamental, but it gets confused every single day. And that is, what kind of animal is Callum? Okay, that sounds very, very simple, doesn't it? But people get it wrong. So we're going to ask you guys, see who's been listening. Put your hands up for me if you think that he is a seal. Right, couple of hands, lovely. Put your hands up for me if you think Callum's a sea lion. Lots of hands, fantastic. But there are quite a few people out there who haven't raised their hands yet. So mostly the adults, once again the grown-ups are not joining in. So I think what we're going to have to do, Callum, is we're going to have to assume that all of the grown-ups that are not raising their hands, well, they think that you're a dolphin. Is that embarrassing? Okay, Callum gets called lots and lots of different things here at the park, but most commonly he gets called a seal when he is actually a sea lion. Okay, now seals and sea lions are very similar, so we do forgive people for making the mistake. But we are going to show you 3 big differences between the two, so hopefully none of you will ever make the mistake again. Now the first big difference between seals and sea lions involves how they move up here on the land. Seals are actually very, very clumsy. Now, as I said, we don't have any seals here at the park, but Callum is a fantastic impressionist. This is a seal, everybody. Not very impressive, is it? Okay, so they slide along on their bellies, they use their bums to push themselves along. It's not graceful, it's not agile, and as you can probably tell, it's not naturally how Callum moves. Now they move this way because they have something called a fixed hip joint, whereas Callum has a rotating hip joint. Now that's just a fancy way of saying the lovely little bottom that Callum has right back there. That lovely little bottom can be tucked underneath himself and he can run across the land like a cat or a dog. So he's much more agile than a seal. And we're hopefully going to prove that to you now by asking him to climb up our lovely tall tower over in the corner of the stage. However, Callum is a little bit of a diva, everybody, and if he is going to do some of his bigger jumps, he's going to need some noise. So we basically need lots of clapping and lots of cheering for Callum. To make lots of noise, he's going to go all the way up that tower. You'll see him cutting that from underneath. There we go. Okay, keep it going for me. He's going to get right to the end, and Callum will ready to jump in. 3, 2, 1, go! Well, that went well. Okay, you actively yawning at us up there, Callum. You know what, everyone? I can't blame myself for this, because I never do. We can't really blame Callum, because he's kind of a big deal in the show. So unfortunately, that leaves only you guys to blame. And you are clearly just not being loud enough. Alright, so we're going to try this again. This time I want you to start clapping and cheering. And I want you to be twice as noisy. Yes, we've got a sea lion back, that's definitely good. Okay, so that's your first big difference. Now the second difference between seals and sea lions is a little bit harder to spot. So I'm going to point it out very obviously for you. If we take a good look at Callum's lovely, lovely face, you should see on the sides of his head, he actually has these gorgeous little sticky out ears. So he's got a little sticky out ear, one on either side of his head. And they simply make him a sea lion because seals don't have them. So those lovely little Shrek ears, you won't see those on a seal. They literally have a hole on either side of their head. So if you're looking at those very cute little ears, you're looking at a sea lion, isn't that right? Yes. Now the third and the final difference between seals and sea lions is my personal favourite. It's all to do with their flippers. So you guys are going to help us out one more time. I want everyone out there, stick one of your hands up in the air for me. Beautiful, okay. Shake it around, do a little dance. You look ridiculous. No, I'm joking. We're doing this for a reason, everybody. Take a good look at the size of your hand. If you are a grown-up in particular, all of the adults, take a good look at the size of your hand and show the kids that might be with you the size of your hand as an adult, okay? That is actually around the same size as an adult seal's front flipper. So when you actually compare that to Callum, there is a huge, huge size difference there. Callum's flippers are much, much more impressive. Nobody sounds impressed. Okay, we're going to try this again. This time, Callum is going to show you both of his flippers, and you're all going to go, ooh, because they're pretty cool. Okay, should we try again, Callum? I know! Look at that! They're gorgeous, aren't they? So Callum, he uses them to swim, basically. He can swim through the water at around 25 miles an hour, when a seal can only reach about 8. So he's super fast. He can also use them to launch himself out the water at heights of around 3 meters as well, everybody. Wonderful. He's coming all the way around to this sort of girl. Fantastic. Give him a big round of applause for me, guys. So those are your 3 big differences between seals and sea lions. Those lovely little ears, those lovely big front flippers, and the way they move on the land. So if anyone ever asks you again what kind of animal Callum is, you can tell them he is a
sea lion.
Very nice. So we impressed Callum. We are impressed. Right, now unfortunately, or potentially fortunately, because the rain looks like just about to say in. So that does bring us to the end of our show for today. I would like to thank you very, very much for watching, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and goodbye from me at Callum.